Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you've never met me, my name is Tracy. Not afraid of color. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling real hot today, so I don't know how long this video will be today. Hello Michelle, hello Dawn, hello Maddie. I took out my Simon Hurley stencils and the animals, and also some leaves from my stash. Thought I'd do a couple of animal cards here with Simon's stamps. So, and I got this one. I haven't even opened it yet. The zebra print. So I'm going to start with that one. Tried to have a nap today, but it just didn't work. Ever have that? I fell asleep for like 15 minutes and then woke back up and thought it was hours later, of course. Hi, Pam. Hey, Mac. So let's start with the giraffe print or the zebra print. And I think I want the print to not exactly go straight. I think I want it a little bit on the crooked. Let me just move stuff out of the way here. Hi, Teresa. Thank you. Hi, Sandy. Okay, let's get something to stencil on. Get out my trusty little sticky mat here. I hate when that happens, Pam. It happens to me a lot. And I have more REM sleep when I nap during the day than I do at nighttime. It's crazy. I'm going to grab my Stellar. Let me zoom out just a little bit more. This stuff's out of the way. And the zebra is my favorite in this stamp set, by the way. And then next up would be the giraffe. I like the big cats all right, but I like the zebra and the giraffe. Here we go. So I'm going to go in nice and heavy with this and stencil the entire thing. These are fun to do in rainbow too. You could do a sort of a Joseph's coat technique, I guess, and leave these parts, do this in rainbow and then stencil over it in the black. Might be fun. Randy, did I see Randy's here? Norwegian Randy? Randy Edlund? Yeah, Randy. Hey, cool. I have another friend here in Norway. Her name is Anna, and she was interested in asking you stuff. And I forgot exactly what she wanted to ask you, but she'll probably pop in. Hi, Jenny. Okay, and hi, Jenny, and bye, Jenny. I understand. I've been lurking on most people's videos lately. I just haven't felt like socializing. I know. Shame on me. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if it's the season or what's going on, but I have just suffered from headache after headache after headache, like almost a chronic, constant headache. And it's been nasty. It's not like stabbing pain or anything. It's just annoying, like my head feels like a balloon. Oh, look at that. That's really pretty. My ink was a little bit heavy. In some spots it bled a tiny bit, but that'll be fine. Yeah, it's I understand. I used to be all the things. It's so weird, you know, when you live a busy life, you have children, you've got school activities, you've got work activities, after school stuff, pretty soon, and you know, household engineering duties. I don't even clean anymore, really. I mean, I do my dishes and sweep if it absolutely has to happen. Housework is too much. Hi, Chow. The dauber thing? Oh, the Trinity Stamps. These are blending buddies from Trinity. They're absolutely fabulous. I have three of Simon's, and they're none of them are designated for black. So there's one. I want to do my backgrounds first and then decide how to decorate. I love this. Now, how would I do that? I guess I could. I'm just thinking about the rainbow idea. Let's see if I can figure that out. I know I must know how to do it, but my brain is just practically zero function. Oh, robotics after school. That's awesome. Yeah, I saw her playing with them, Linda. I was watching, I just wasn't socializing. Okay. So let's do I want to do a fruit stripe rainbow. Remember the fruit stripes? So I'm going to need a reddish pink, which is going to be Love Struck. If I can find her. Yes. We'll do fruit stripes. But I do want to make complete cards, so I'll try and get that done. Okay, Brain, where are you? Let's get my blending buddies out here. Let's do this red, and let me just put this over to the other side and just kind of clean it off a little bit. We'll come in with the Love Struck. Do some horizontal work, or vertical. This. Not vertical, not horizontal. There's a word for this, but I don't remember what it is. Okay, then we'll go in with some orange. Let's do the roar. Okay, and then let's blend that back out with the Love Struck. I don't know why when I say Love Struck, I start thinking of that Love Shack song. Remember that song? B-52s, I think it was. Slanted works, yeah, diagonal. Yeah, diagonal, thank you. Oh, Lord. Okay, now we need a yellow, so definitely that's going to be a shooting star. Let me just kind of wipe this off so I'm not transferring ink. So if I recall, the fruit stripes were a pinkish orange, or pinkish red, orange, yellow, and green. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Shooting star is our friend here. Hey, let go. What the heck was in there? Don't sing it. I won't. I think that the fruit stripe gum was kind of the precursor to Starburst, except for Starburst were sour. Fruit stripe gum was definitely not sour. Or maybe it was just for Rainbow Lifesavers. I don't know. Okay, and then finally we're going to go in with green, and we're going to go in with the Overzealous because it's a nice light green. It's coming. That song is about to come out of my mouth, friends. I can't help myself. Oh, let's try taking the cap off. I'm just checking for what other green might happen to be on there. And this is perfect. Okay. And that's a little funky, but you won't be able to tell once we get our black stripes on there. Let me just kind of heat set that ink a little bit real quick. What's for dinner, Maddie? I had tuna sandwiches. I had to force those down. So I get these headaches, and I also think it's partly from my neck. And then I take ibuprofen, and the ibuprofen makes me feel sick. So it's a vicious cycle. Where is that? There it is. Knock a little louder. Knock on what? Wood, baby. I can never help it. Song is what it's about, friends. I just noticed that I smushed my little, let's just get these out of my way here. Oh, you know what? It might be fun to do this and then do the Astro Paste right over top. What do you guys think? It must be, no, yeah, I have to have my tuna on toast as well. It has to be on buttered toast. No, I'm just nauseated because probably the ibuprofen. Oh no. Mac, I'm so glad to see you on here. I haven't seen you on here in so long. Probably mad at me because I still haven't. You guys know how bad I am about actually sending the cards I make. I make them. I make lots of them. I just never remember to send them. Yeah, I'm thinking the Astro Paste right on top. Curse. No, I love them. I love tuna casserole. Um, Plain tuna. Well, no, I don't like it plain. It's got to have stuff in it. And I listen, when I make my tuna salad, half of it is grated sharp cheddar cheese. So I really drown out the fish a lot with the cheese. Okay. Now we'll go over that with the black sparkly Astro paste. I think that's going to look really, really cool. Let me just kind of wipe this off first. Okay, hang on, let me grab it. But one thing's for certain, I do not Astro paste on this, so I'm going to pull my stencil and hopefully be able to lay it back down the way I had it, because I don't like the Astro paste on these. That looks pretty cool like that. You can see I've got glitter stuck on here from other pastes, and I've learned my lesson. This one's getting pretty. That's never coming off. I have scrubbed it with a brush. I've done everything. It's not ever coming off. Ever. Ever. Just grab a piece of paper here. Find one. Now, let's just hope and pray I can get my stencil back down the way it was. I should have paid attention. There we go. We're getting there. Perfect. Okay, come on, tape. Oh, my tape dispenser's backwards. Gosh, dang it. Okay, Bobby. Lost your marbles there. Come on, get back where you were. Thanks, Maddie. Okay, that's good enough. Hey, Jana. And I don't do this the way Simon does it. I do it my own way. So there. It's just how I prefer to do it. But if you're doing black on black, once this dries, all you're going to see is the sparkle. You're not really going to see anything else other than black. Mint tape, either it wants to stick or it doesn't. Okay, that shouldn't take too long to dry because I didn't do a really heavy layer. Just pick this up and just set it right there for a minute while I clean up. Yes, it's black Astro paste. To answer your question. Did I just bump my camera? If I did, sorry about that. And I don't care if I'm getting the paper underneath wet. Doesn't matter to me at all. I just want to get this glitter off of here. And I don't want to get it on this if I can help it. So usually when I'm doing this, I take it right into my bathroom immediately. Let's get another piece of paper towel. Because I didn't get it even close to clean. try that. Douse that baby in water. Happy Friday. It's not Friday. Oh, happy Friday Eve. Yes, it is that. That's going to have to do for now because I don't want to spend my whole night scrubbing. Had I thought about that I was going to use that, I would have brought some water in here with me, like a pot of water. Pot of water. Okay, so we've got two. We'll let that one dry on its own for a little bit, and then meanwhile, let's grab a little hand sanitizer and clean off anything on my hands that might transfer onto something else. Look at that. I get, oh, never mind. My fingers are turning blue. You probably can't see it, but they're not really. Okay. This is making me nervous right here. I just know I'm going to get into it somehow. Let's do some other animal prints. So, this is a piece of kind of off yellow. And it's just, I think it's called Cream. It's from Michael's. Where it is. And I want to do a giraffe print. So you can go a couple of ways with the giraffe. You can just use these spots like this. That's more like a leopard spot though. Let me find the other one. Now I'm trying to be so careful right now. I think this is be more giraffe, huh? Yeah, Jenna, it's cold in this room. Or it was when I came in. My window unit works really well in here. I'll be peeling it off soon enough. And then I made my own stellar ink color, which I call giraffe. When Simon comes out with a color like that, then we will adopt his. But meantime, I'm gonna use my orange brush because it's kind of an orange. So the giraffe, the way I made that, in case you were curious how to curate your own, and I got it, the guy got this too wet. Probably gonna flip it over and do it again. But in a little shot glass, I did a dropper full of bee sting. Let me think. Now I'm trying to think of how I did this. I put the recipe somewhere. A dropper full of woof, and I think 2 droppers full of over the moon. And it got me this color, which to me resembles the color of a giraffe, because when I got those stamps, I thought, well, shoot, Simon doesn't have proper color for a giraffe. Of course, you can make them any color you want, but I kind of like the proper color. All right, I need to blot that. Working artsy hands, yeah. Thirsty Thursday. Oh, okay, blotting it helped, and it gave it a little bit more of an organic feel. So we've got a giraffe print going on here. We've got a zebra, we've got a giraffe. Let's do a leopard because leopard. And I'm not too worried about cleaning the ink off of this because it'll clean off anytime I'm ready for it to. And so for the leopard, I'm going to again use this paper. Then we'll start making the components for the cards. And the leopard, gonna go, this is gonna be the giraffe color. I'm doing leopard number 1, and it's got a little mark right here. And let me make sure that I have something to tap off onto. Here, I got a piece of scrap coffee dye paper here, because that's why I got, bleeding on that one, because this ink is so wet. I had it over full, trust me. So I'm going to just tap off and then come in. It was overfilling itself all over the place. So you can manually mix these colors on paper too. You just have to think about the order in which you do it. And I don't know if I used wolf or gur. It might have been gur. Yeah, gur is more brown, wolf is more gray. I used gur. And I have the recipe there somewhere on Instagram. But I do like coming up with my own colors. It's fun. I haven't done any rainbows or fancy spots or anything like that because I just don't want to. That's an easy answer, right? I just don't want to. She doesn't feel like it. Okay, and then we're going to come in with the black. Something's wrong. Well, I don't know what. Something, though. There's something bothering me here. Let me think about that a minute. No, I have it right. It feels wrong, but I have it right. Okay. And so let's grab the black brush. And I'm just going to tap off and then come in. Although I actually want this a nice deep black, so let me not tap off. Because my black is running out. I need to re-ink it. I bought 2 extra re-inkers along with the one that's Ranger sent me. Because I never want to run out of this ink. This is my favorite ink. As far as a dye ink goes, I love it for alcohol marker coloring. It's pretty great for stamping. It's nice and black. It's nice for stenciling. But I must say that these ink pads definitely, get low on ink faster than the felt ones. And I find that to be true with any ink pads that are foam. Yeah, sweater's about to come off. Getting too hot now. All that activity of twirling my hand around. Yeah, that worked. Yep, just wraps around. I do want to clean this off. So let's just put this over here. I'll lay this right back down on here to squirt it down. Because I know I will get that black ink on something. That's just me. Including my hands. Okay, we can move these things aside. Move these guys away. Move that. It is a workout. Hang on, guys. I'm going to take this sweater off. Too hot now. Oh, much better. All right, back to work. Get back to work, lady. And let's give this one with the Astro Paste a little help, because it's almost dry. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay. Okay, we got to get our animals going now. So what I think I want to do here, I'm going to do the zebra, but he's going to look terrible right up against that. So what I want to do is break that up somehow. I think I'll break it up with green. Let me find a good green. I rather like this green. We'll see. We'll see. Let's get our animal stamped out. And then I do have the coordinating dies as well. And, to me, I cannot hand stamp these at all. No, thank you. I'm going to stamp out the zebra on some white, but I'll be stamping the giraffe and possibly the one of the cats in on the cream colored. So the way I like to do these personally is I like to stamp the shadow layer first. I'm going to grab the shadow. I'm going to keep this pretty stark. So we will have one pop of color. I'm not sure it's going to be that green. And I noticed that this doesn't want to be sticky, so I'm going to lay my magnet in here. See? And I do actually want to stamp that with VersaFine Clair. Now the reason for that is that I prefer the crispness of the VersaFine ink on fine lines on this paper. So this is some accent opaque, and it's not, you know, it's not high quality paper. I mean, by the price these days, you'd think it was, but it's not. Yep, it's an animal party. That's for sure. So once I've got that done, I can come in with the main portion, and it's just, for me, it's easier to aim and get it right. These stamps are definitely interesting. Okay, here we go. The other thing is they're more artsy than whimsical, and I like that about them. And his stripes are a little bit off, but I can live with it. Of course, in this case, there's going to be a white border. Um, which you guys know I don't love. But I don't want to fussy cut it. I don't feel like it. So I'm going to cut it out. I really need to fix my mint tape so it's going in the right direction. I have one of those dispensers, but this thing doesn't like to really hold on that well. This little sharp thing. All right. Find the proper die. The proper die looks more like a donkey. I feel like the fruit stripe um, zebra was rainbowy too. That's what I think. So I have an idea on how to do that. Yeah, I do too, Linda. I fussy cut my die cuts and I fussy cut my pre-made ephemera because I don't always love how much white is around it. But in this case, it's really okay because it kind of takes care of my little accidental too much to the left stripes. Okay. Put that down there. Got my trimmer. And I want to trim down this piece right here. I'm going to trim it to, well, I'm going to go my standard 3 3/4 by 5. And what I think I want to do, I'm thinking this through. Again, I'm not entirely sure this is the green I want to use. Let me see. Let me try another green. I have this really, really bright green, but I don't feel like that's representative of the savannah. To the left. Dawn, stop it. You're such a brat. Oh, girl. You're a brat. Let's see. Let's try this green. I feel like that's a good green. It's not really, I mean, come on. But, so what I want to do here is to not waste any paper because I want this to also be my matte layer. Is I want to cut some out of it that I can use as a boundary or border or something like that. So let me just grab, I'm not even going to get my die cut machine now. I'm just going to get my knife because it doesn't have to be perfect. I think I want to put that on some black, but see, now I have a piece the right size to come across here for my donkey or my zebra or whatever that guy is to stand on. Donkey. Donkey? Can't feel my feet. Wait, I don't have any feet. Donkey? Who here loves Shrek? Put this back. Uh-oh, where'd he go? There he is. No, 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 don't love. Maybe, maybe yes. Yes, I do like that. What do you guys think? Color block like that. Ah. All right, let's grab some black. Come here, you. Okay, I definitely want to rescue some out of this too. Did you guys see what I did with my... Must have put it back. Yeah, I did. What do you know? I put something back. That's just crazy. I'm going to go ahead and use my ruler so I don't screw this up. Let me go ahead and trim off the sides that I need trimmed off before I even do that. So this was 3 3/4, so want to go. I just want a tiny bit. Like 5, so I just want to go a tiny bit over 5, about 1/8 of an inch. Trim those off, can maybe use those for the sentiment. Or something. I've been having so much fun with that Nutcracker journal that I'm supposed to do for Sally. So much fun. Just like altering the way that it was designed by Graphic 45, doing my own thing on it. Ugh, my head. Where is my glue? Here it is. I'm not going to put glue in the middle because there's no middle to support it. Okay. There's a little glue peeking out. Dawn, you're my friend, but I just might reach over the internet and hang up on you. Oh gosh. The things. Okay, now I'm going to put that down on a card base, and I'll just put it on a white card base. Just trim off any excess because they never fit exactly the way you want them to. Oh no, that one did pretty doggone good. Okay, I'm thinking, friends. Where'd I put my bag of foliage? Where'd it go? Listen, Bobby, it was here a minute ago. It was here and now it's not here. That's how it goes, friends. Here, oh, there it is. I don't think I have a green here that'll go nicely with that green, though. Maybe this one. So one day I had my Gemini out and I just sat and cut out a bunch of green papers into leaves. Only thing about these ones is they only go in one direction. I mean, I can kind of fudge it a little bit. Let's do this not on my pattern. Let's think it through. I could do one back behind and one tucked around. Yeah, I think I like that. No, I'm not going to put a black mat under the green. Although that's a good idea. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it. If I do, then I'll probably just put it right over the top of this thing that I'm gluing down now. That will look good. Good idea. But nope, I can't do it like that because I'm going to have to trim it to fit. All right, now I know I saved and rescued a black piece of paper. I wonder where it went. Where'd you go? There you are. I agree. I think maybe it needs to be matted. Just for you, Pam. Tiny mat, just like the other. Yeah, I never, ever get that even. Yeah. Okay, back to what I was doing here. I know. Well, I mean, that's such a great reason to have a live audience, though, because, it's not like two heads aren't better than one, because they are. And you wouldn't expect your friends to steer you wrong, but they might. I tend to get bossy on other people's lives. I know that. I probably should get him down there before I start gluing those down because I wanted him kind of peeking around in there. Like almost. want him centered. Not loving it, not loving that, not. I'm not trying to stick him down right now. I'm just trying to decide how to glue my leaves down. I think I want that one down too. Okay, now let's see if I can get this one to do a nice papery thing and bend the other way. To start with the back, I guess. I want it up higher. Just hold it there for a second and then I can bend it around. It's okay, Maddie. I have been recently. I've just been kind of in the background watching and watching Downton Abbey again. So I just happen to love it. I'm a period piece kind of girl, and that happens to be a favorite. Put up a fight, are you? Try not to get goobers of glue where I don't want it. Okay, now I'm going to pop that whole shebang up. Not high. Oh, the Downton Abbey movie. Yeah, I'll watch it on Paramount, but I've been watching the series again. Just I've been, I started watching like scary things like Black Mirror, which I really enjoy, and then I start having nightmares again. So I don't know what the dealio is with that, but because it's to me while I'm awake and conscious, it's not scary. I mean, some of it's a little freaky, but it doesn't scare me. Doesn't keep me awake or worry about what's under my bed yet. Okay. So, as far as the sentiments from this stamp set go, I'm not a fan. It's not that I don't like them, it's there aren't any words that make me feel comfortable for like a scene like this. The only one I really love is I'm Wild About You. Stay Fierce is good too, but zebras aren't necessarily fierce, but these other ones, like You've Earned Your Stripes is very cute and would be good on the inside, but I don't love the idea of it on the outside. So I'm not going to put a sentiment on. Limelight paste? What are you talking about? What you talking about? Okay, I've got some black gems. Like I would like to see just one single word here. Um, yeah. Why do all of you little turtles need to be flipped over on your backs? Somebody flip. There we go. Yeah, it's just colored cardstock. Hey, Cordelia. Hey, Elizabeth, by the way. Okay, let's do the fruit stripe guy. So there's that guy. Here's this. So I'm going to do the zebra again, and I'm going to do him in the fruit stripe colors, but I'm going to need to use smaller brushes. And let's grab a piece of Bristol Smooth here. And think about the shape of the zebra. So I kind of need to go this way with it. I need to look at my colors here, and I'll have to back that on. I'll have to have probably something similar. So let's start. Red, yellow. I accidentally got two yellows, so one of those is going to become green. Thank you. Well, I knew you would because you're the green person. Who's going to lurk? Oh, Cordelia's going to lurk and eat her dinner. Well, her husband's going to come in and start talking to her. We know that. See, I almost put this in my green. My head is just splitting, that's all. I only need to be big enough to fit my stamp on. Orange. Okay, yellow. Oh, he went to bed. Okay, good. So notice the colors I'm doing on this guy are more soothing. They're quieter because I'm using these super soft brushes. You can still layer it up, but they're so soft. You can barely tell that my orange is orange though. It's just a little bit more orange to it. There we go. And then green. Let's look at our zebra. Perfect. Oh, snap. I got a goobery. No bueno. I don't want that. No problem. Blend it out. No problem. Perfect. Okay. You guys see I've worked myself into a small little area again here. Oh, that's funny. To the left, to the left. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Yeah, they come in the tubes. Those are the junior blending buddies. Let me see. From Trinity. They just came out with them. One more. Okay, come on. That's about right. It might not be, but it looks right. I use those brushes all the time for like stencil work that I'm not trying to get real heavy or get trying to get in tiny, tiny spaces. Ears are a little bit off, but it's fine. Let's put you over here so I don't lose you. Okay. Let me just get things kind of out of the way here. Put things back away where they don't belong so I can't find them later. All right. Die cutting machine right here. I need to trim this off because it's too wide to fit through there. Okay. Now Maddie's starting to pick on me about the music problem. What? Oh, some stuff was stuck. I'm like, why won't my scissors cut? That can't happen. It'd be tragedy without my scissors. Hey, Vicky. He's still a little bit wet. I could heat emboss over him if I wanted to at this point, but I'm not going to. Just need to be careful when poking them out that I don't smear and smudge. Oh, well, that's true. Earworms aren't so bad. Maddie. Okay, let's put this away so I don't lose it. And I'll look at that die and go, what is that for? All right, now thinking about this. Obviously, this can't go directly down there. It looks too weird. Could put it on the black. And at this point, I could put any leaves on that I wanted to because it doesn't matter the shade of green. But it kind of does too. I don't know if I want to put leaves on there. I don't think I do. And I actually do want to use one of the sentiments for this one because it's whimsical. So this one to me is not so whimsical. It's more artsy. Um, but I want to keep every piece of this rainbow. So I'm going to glue that down to a card base. Now I could have this one going in this direction if I wanted. Oh, I got smuts on there. Good. I can't find my glue eraser, friends. It's buried here somewhere. Let me think about this. Let us think. Yeah, it is kind of like, nah, I don't have any black card bases and I don't feel like cutting any. And I would never, ever cut them out of my precious black paper. It might look cute on a craft card base or a deep red one, but I'm not going to. I'm not sure I love that though. I like it better in this direction. And then, where are those sentiments? I could do You've Earned Your Stripes or I'm Wild About You. What do you guys think? This or maybe a circle. Yeah, I didn't leave a border. Um, Now I'm in a conundrum here. Because I can't leave him there. You'll never see him. He's just too, and I don't feel like vellum is the answer and I don't want to cover up a lot of my sparkle. Okay, I'm going to stick with what I was going with here. And I think what I'll do differently here is maybe grab some of these leaves and have him standing in them. I'm going to dread having to clean this up in the morning before my life. Not that one. Nope, I'm afraid I'm not going to love these colors. Because I could do a pile of leaves here. I like this leaf set from, it's from Paper Rose Studio because it has leaves that go both ways. Just trying to think if this is something I actually want to do or not. Let's go dark one. Yeah, I could trim the black a bit. You're right. Yeah, I don't like the leaves on there either. It's just not, it's wrong for the aesthetic of the stripes. I think I can trim this black, and I think I will give him equal space on top and bottom. And I might even round up those corners. Get in there. Go right there. And I don't think this is straight because I think I knife cut this, didn't I? Yeah, it's not straight. Close enough. No, not close enough. Not close enough. I don't like lifting this all the way because then it gets caught. There, that's straight. No, I didn't fussy cut the die cut. Yeah, I've done that before too. Um, where did I do that? Here. On this one. So it helped it stand out against that, all those in your face colors. Yeah, I think I'll do that, Pam. I think that's a good idea. Pam is just so, but he's still going to be really lonely right there. Like just sitting smack dab in the middle of the card. Hey, Irene. Thanks. Yeah, I've got animals everywhere. Um, let's try it. Let's try and see what we get. Maybe I'd feel better about him sitting in. And I also, as a matter of fact, took out my leaf dies in case I wanted to dye more. Yes, ma'am, we are having some fun with that. Okay, let's get out our donkey slash, whatever. Get out another piece of my beautiful black. You know, I don't have to use my fancy black cardstock for that. Ooh, ooh, I wonder. You know what? I'm gonna try. Yeah, definitely a black sentiment. You're right about that. All right. Everybody out of my way. All right. See, he's still gonna feel very, very lost on there. But I do like that. I do like that little black shadow layer. So I'm definitely going for that no matter what. I hope you guys checked out my video over on Trinity today. The pickle card. I had so much fun with that. So much fun. I like doing silly. I'm gonna make sure when I put them on the right way. Nonetheless, it still needs something. Da, 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 da. I'm not doing vellum. I'm not doing vellum. I don't want to. He just looks so lonely like that. He just needs he needs something. popped up even. It's still, I know part of what's wrong with me is usually I trim these down a lot, so he seems so small against all that. I have some gold vellum. Wish I had sparkly vellum. That'd be neat. Um, I don't know what to do with him. Put him back on the black even with the shadow, you think? Like that. Because I'm back in black. Yeah, it kind of looks neat. Okay, I think I know what I need. I need to make a matte layer for this with the rainbow. We are just going rainbow to pieces here, friends. So, this would be big enough. Just use what I've got right here. You know, color, more color, but you know, like shooting star, or what did I do with? Just color this the rest of the way out. I think that's what's going to work. Cross your fingers, that makes me happy. Our fruit stripe gum guy. Oh, a wobbler. Well, I mean, I am kind of shooting for silly on this card, so, you know, a wobbler wouldn't be out of the question. But I don't think I have a wobbler small enough to accommodate him, nor would I trust myself. Did I just use my yellow? No, I didn't. Just wipe any excess green off of here that I may have transferred. I may end up totally not loving this idea either. You guys, it's not like me to get stumped like this. Boy, I put way too much ink. That's one of those foam ink pads that I inked myself because I like the overzealous so much that I wanted it in the foam. Okay, so if this goes like so, that'll definitely fit. Walking out of a black door. Ooh, spooky. Oh, I'll show you a sneak peek of something that's coming up next month. Actually, is it coming up this month? Yeah, actually, it should be coming up this month. That'll be a video for Imagine. And so all the inks used on that one were Memento inks and VersaFine Clairs. I heard Irene talking about the other night having an ink problem. I have an ink problem too, Irene. I have way more inks than I will ever need. Well, that's a lie. Um Oh no, Dawn, did he? Did your roommate forget you at the store? I hope not. Ooh. Before I put it on my cutting machine, let me just dab off that excess glue. Sometimes I forget that I'm gluing over something. You guys know grunge is my bag. But I don't have like all the inks. I don't have any of the Lisa Horton inks. I did have all of them of the interference ink, and I sold them all because I didn't love them. And I didn't see myself using them. But lots of people, lots of my friends love, love, love them. You're in an ink deficit, Jenna. See, doesn't that look better? I like it much, much better. All right, I'm not going to glue any of this down yet until I get my sentiment. And if I want to put my sentiment over here, I think I'm going to do I'm Wild About You. It's just kind of a favorite. And it's got the cursive writing in it. So, more of the black paper. And da, da, da. I still have Love Shack stuck in my head. Well, you know, when you're doing, I'm on the Imagine Artist Design Team, whatever they like to call it, and you have to use their inks. And sometimes it's hard to think of things to do with just inks when you're used to, grunge and the kind of stuff that I like to do with just inks. And so, but I found out that the Memento is water reactive to a point. So it's not completely water reactive because I had to, like it won't run like Simon Hurley inks or like your Distress inks or your Catherine Puller inks, but it will, make watery spots. Why am I here? Oh yeah, because I'm gonna be heat embossing. Yeah, I just wasn't, I mean, they were okay. I wasn't mad at it or anything. I just didn't love it. So if I don't love it, it's gone. And I don't have all the Lavinia inks anymore. I used to. Then they came out with more. And I barely ever use them anymore. Let me just give a second little dab to that. Okay, looking good. Get my Burgess Monroe. Where did I put it? That's fairy dust. I need alabaster. Is that a bug in there? I wouldn't be surprised. The stink bugs are back. I haven't seen one in here tonight, but killed one in my room the other night. A little bit more. One little tiny spot on there, and I'm going to clean it off because it will show up against this dark black. And I have a little silicone brush here that will pick that right off. Just right there. Let that cool for a minute and then I'll wipe it off. I'm looking for my rag. Here it is. Okay, now to decide, do I want to punch this out? Do I want to cut it out? Fussy cut it out? I think I want to punch it. Here. Let's, yeah, they are. The dewdrops are a great starting point. Okay, need to just trim this a little at the top so that fits in there. I love my punches, you guys. I love them. I'm so much more than dies. Because look how quick that was. No big machines, nothing. Just a matter of tracking them down. Welcome back, Jenny. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to pop. I'm going to pop this. I'm going to pop her. Now I've decided it's a her. That's my prerogative. Skinny black. Let's use this piece first. Yeah, I absolutely adore using punches. I need more though. I need more circle sizes because I'd rather circle punch any day than die cut. Believe it or not, I do not love die cutting. Why'd you have to get that shimmy shimmy song stuck in my head, Elizabeth? It's not fair. You guys just aren't fair. You break me all the time. Yeah, I need a ½ inch. I need a 3/4 inch. I might have a ½ inch. I don't know. Half the time I can't find them because that's the other thing is they are bulky to store. Get her centered here. And pop this guy even higher. This stuff smells funny. It's not meant for what I'm using it for. Okay. Oh, you guys, my head is flipping. I think I need a new neck is what's wrong. Come on. This stuff is not meant for what I'm using it for. It is like window insulation or something. That's why it smells funny. But I don't care, it works. Okay, now the dilemma. I think I want it right here. And I don't feel like this one needs any jewels because it's got all that shimmer. But this needs to get, something needs to happen here because I'm not loving the white sticking out. Don't love the white sticking out, not at all. So what will I do? What will I do? Oh no. I'm going to grab my little itty bitty, grab my stellar dip edge. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just don't want it to be the stark white that it is. It's a little better. Still don't love it, but it's okay. That's okay. Not bad for a girl with a headache. Okay, so we got this guy, which is more artsy. And then we got our fruit stripe gum. That one's fun. And then I still have these two backgrounds, but I may already have some die cuts that can go on there in the bag. I have a giraffe already, and I smudged that one. Don't be stuck, little guy. I have a giraffe. And what's this? Well, a tiger doesn't go on leopard stripes. So we'll do this one and get and be done. On this one, this guy looks fine just by himself on. What did I see? Look, I am such a slob. I'm serious. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oinkity, oinkity, oinkity. Let's trim this down to 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then I'll just cut all that right off. There's more than one way to win. Oh, that needs to go to my great granddaughter. I think that's adorable. That's just pure cuteness. Now, on this one, I could probably see, but giraffes eat out of trees that are hanging from high. And I don't know why I just want to use these doggone leaves, but I do. I don't know what an acacia tree really looks like, but we can pretend. No, I didn't. You know what? Shame on me. I didn't watch Craft Roulette this week because I didn't feel good. I do like that. I do. Yeah, I do. I'm talked myself into it. So I don't know what the parameters were. I was gonna check, but of course I can't be a member anymore, so I only have till Sunday to do my card. Where was I with this? I think it's the season change. Like it was fake fall here, and I think that it's gotten to allergies. I don't know. Just head is constantly hurting. Or I need a new neck, or I don't know. Not sleeping at night. I don't know what's up with that. Like I'll fall asleep at like 6:30 and wake up at like midnight and like, oh, I can't go back to sleep now because I'm having a panic attack and nightmares. I think I like this light color. Oh, that'd be great if they did. Just add this little kind of wannabe acacia tree. Oh, I love it. I'm glad you guys made me stay and do another one. Okay, I've got way too much glue there. Yeah, yeah, up at 3 a.m. And like, I will get up and use the restroom because that's what old ladies do, thinking I'm going to go back to sleep. But my brain says, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're going to do other things. Oh, I'm glad I chose to do this. I love it. I want one that, yeah, this guy. Like I said, these Paper Rose Studio ones, there's one that goes one way and one that goes the other. And I love that. I need more leaf dies like that or leaf punches. I've been looking at leaf punches, but they're expensive. I can hear Mike sneaking in and out of my room. What's he doing in there? Stealing my tuna, probably. Okay. I do like that. You made me stay, yes. I'm not going to trim like the little leaves, just the stems. Okay. So I need a backdrop for that. And it doesn't always have to be black, friends. Sometimes it can be, it should be at least the same green. You wouldn't believe all the greens I have over here, but I probably don't have that green. See what I mean? I have a lot of greens over here, but I don't believe I have that green. And so I won't use green. Because I feel like introducing one more green is just too, unless maybe it's this green. Maybe. Let me lay it on there and see. Yeah, actually I like that. Okay. Oh, I know, Irene. You're so lucky. I applied. They said I could be a guest designer, but never sent me anything. So, I don't know. I love Paper Rose Studio. Okay, let's trim this down. Mm. So let's do that at 3 3/4 by 5. Yeah, I'm perfectly good with that green. It doesn't clash with the other greens. Yeah, you're biased, Irene. I know you are. And that giraffe isn't actually stuck to this yet. He's halfway stuck. Because I had him stuck to something else and I took him off because I didn't like it. and I put something else on. So I don't have him stuck down yet, or her, or it, or them. I don't know, whatever its pronoun needs to be. Yes. Uh, you know what, Irene? Actually, my plans for next year are to slow it down. I'll stay with Trinity if they'll have me, and I'll stay with, of course, Ranger. It just depends on how much work has to be put in because, you know, I want to continue to have fun too. And sometimes I'm feeling like, and it's not so much the design work, my friend, it's the admin work. I absolutely hate admin work. Like, doing the description box and remembering to put in links and all those things that require me needing to do things that aren't this. Yeah, isn't this adorable? I wish I had, like, I do have small letters, but I'm not going to deal with the sentiment for now. Um and it's not on a card base. I just put it on this for now. I mean, it could be a postcard, but you wouldn't want to send that through the mail because the mailman will trash it. But yeah, I kind of really love this one too. So there's what we did today. Oh, the video editing and the voiceovers. Listen, I have to do my voiceovers during the summer, spring, summer, and fall. I mean, I live in Alabama, friends, so you almost never get winter here. I have to have my window unit air conditioner on, and so I have to wake up at, well, be awake or be alert and have coffee in me to do my voiceovers at like 5 a.m. where I can shut that thing off for a little while because it's just too noisy, it'd be distracting. So yeah, the editing and the voiceovers, I don't mind the editing so much because look, this right here is my iPhone, and this thing that I'm looking at here, let me see if this will turn and show you. That's my Mac. And so I do my editing right here in this program that I'm doing my live from, which is OBS Studio. Oh, let's pick you up and get you turned the right way. So the editing's not hard. So, friends, thank you for coming and spending time with me. Well, Dawn and I will be back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. I think she has 2 more weeks with me, and then I'm all by myself. So, which one was your favorite? Like the artsy fartsy one? The adorable? This is probably my favorite too, Irene. I just love the colors. I do. Or the crazy Lisa Frank fruit stripe gum. You can pick my brain any old time, Irene, with what's left of it. Yeah, so I do, but so here's the caveat. I edit them, but I do not do the voiceovers because to me, my voice sounds weird in this room on my voiceover. So I do all the editing and then I transfer it over to my iPad and do my voiceovers on my iPad. So it's a lot of crazy. You guys, thanks for hanging out. I may have already said that. I know I'm rambling. I got a headache. I need to get back in bed, back to my Downton Abbey and chillax for a little while. Think about my neck. But I hope you have a good weekend. Maybe see you guys tomorrow night at Craft Roulette. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully I make it. Hopefully I'm awake. A lot of times I'm asleep. By the time they get going, I'm like drooling. All right, guys, take care. Bye. Ciao. Arrivederci. Au revoir.